Today we're gonna put every single Dart Monkey upgrade to the test in the 1 tower challenge, to see how far each tower can be pushed to their limit as a solo test. Starting off with the almighty 000 Dart Monkey, of course. Now, some of you may recall that I have done quite a lot of 1 tower tests in the past. So what makes this one different? Well, the difference is, instead of, say for example, when I did the 1 dart challenge, I was able to use any upgrade on the Dart Monkey. So I could switch from like Juggernaut for leads and then into a Sharpshooter, etc. But this time, we're going down to each individual upgrade, so no upgrading the 000 Dart Monkey whatsoever. I mean, why would you upgrade this in the first place? It's like the strongest tower ever. Memes aside, let's lay down the rules for every test here. Number 1, must be played on easy standard, and the map is my choice. Basically, I'm picking whatever map I believe works best. But of course, due to sometimes believing incorrectly, I may test multiple maps to see maybe if one actually does better than the other. So for example, I think I'll probably test more than 1 map for the Dart Monkey here, because as you see, as long as logs is, we don't maximize spears all the time, depending on where the dart shoots. We don't get that term straight line action, where that Dart Monkey uses up all 3 of the pierce of each of its darts, sometimes only does 1 or 2. But other maps, while they are shorter, could allow us to survive longer thanks to straight lines, or better straight lines. Number 2, no rebuying the upgrade in different spots. This is to standardize everything and make everything easier and less of a headache. Plus, when we get to stuff like abilities, that'll be pretty muddy, because then we can do some pretty cheesy stuff like buying and selling to get the cooldown immediately or faster. So for the purposes of this Dart Monkey here, the best I could do is change targeting to maximize the amount of pops here. In addition, this only matters for higher tier upgrades, but yes, we will be playing this with quote-unquote infinite cash. For the Dart Monkey here though, it obviously doesn't matter. I have more rules later, but hold up. For now, looks like we barely survived round 18. Yep, no chance we survived 19 here. So that'll be 19 rounds for the Dart Monkey on logs. But is it actually the best map? For any low-level tower here, it actually might be better to play on Scrapyard over logs, simply due to the fact that you have another thing to damage balloons. Now, I've considered not allowing this in the 1 tower test, but I guess if you think about it, the Scrapyard Crusher is not actually a tower, so that would still, I feel like, end up working. Is the Crusher worth a much worse map, though? We'll see. I think on average, you can get 1 off per round, but the round has to last really long. Alright, 18 will have to be for the clump greens in the back here. Like that, and indeed, it is better. Can we somehow leak less than 66 lives this round? Looks like, oof, barely. Here's an idea. Maybe I'll let the regrow yellows leak, because they don't really do damage. Or rather, they'll regrow, so why waste shots on stuff that will leak the lives anyway? And son of a freaking gun. What are the odds of that? Oh, this is the run right here. Perfect. We're gonna survive with 2 lives. 0 shot of surviving this round, so yep. Told ya. Scrapyard Crusher OP. +1 round for the base start. But wait, that's not all. There is another map, Resort, that, remember what I mentioned? Straight lines? 000 Dart might perform better because it's getting 3 pierce every single shot here. Now, how many lives did I have after 18 in Scrapyard? I think 60-something. Oh, we're actually going to do better here. But I don't know if that's going to be enough to survive, sadly, around 20 as well. Actually, it might. Hang on. We only have to pop several balloons on round 20 here. Like, it doesn't even have to be clean. Yeah. Well, there's another round for the Dart Monkey. Absolutely no chance here, though, so I think it's safe to say 21 is definitely the limit. Now, I promise the next upgrades won't take that long. Sharp Shots is next, and that brings me to rule 4. For towers that are tier 1 and 2, we are not going to allow any crosspathing, just because we could differentiate the test between each upgrade, because, say, if I did allow crosspathing, I'd do a 1-1-0, I would assume. But then for the quick shots, I would also do 1-1-0, so, what upgrade would that end up being, you know what I mean? So Sharp Shots is all that's going to be given here, and I'm pretty sure we're just going to test every Dart Monkey on Resort, at least the non-Juggernaut ones. Now, one additional thing, why is there a village enabling this challenge now? Well, that brings me to rule 5. If there are towers that can't pop a certain type of balloon, we're gonna enable a MIB. Obviously, I doubt we have to worry about that right now, considering this thing will definitely not survive to round 28 leads. It will, however, survive to the camera round, so at that point, I will drop down a village. Or actually, will it? Because we're gonna still leak a lot for these rounds here. We're still up like 80 plus lives compared to the 000 after 19, but I don't know if this is enough to get through 21 and 23. But ultimately, the reason for adding the village is it would simply be boring if I didn't allow a MIB, because there's so many towers that have issues with at least one type of balloon that it would like just get wrecked to. Again, notably camo towers, like imagine I test every tack upgrade, for example, and they all die around 37 or something because I don't allow MIB. Isn't that very fun, folks? Anyway, no chance to beat 22 here, so I think it's safe to say 1 round extra is what we get with the 100. Now for the razor sharp shots, which is an additional 2 more pierce, so up to 6 pierce, I believe, on each dart. This thing is definitely getting 24 at this rate. The only issue, at least with this spot, is for the last lane. It's not really good at straight lines, but there's pretty much nothing I can do about that, I don't think. And this round, somehow we only leak 20 lives. I will absolutely take that. A little bit of targeting change, and I can keep 42 lives. Now, here's where the village comes in play. There's one extra issue, though, because I technically don't want to give other buffs aside from just camo protection and MIB. But the problem is that the base village already provides a 10% range buff. So what is the solution to that? Here's the solution. Mods. Range changer changes all towers' range by percentage. So to nullify the 10% that the village gives, multiply every tower's range by 9.0909090 indefinitely. So I'll just do up to 9 significant digits. And you should be able to noticeably tell that the range is lower now. Or rather, back to normal. Now I just realized there's another issue. Regrows. Yeah, that's a pretty big deal because I think, well, we're still gonna die, so thankfully it doesn't matter. But here's what I'll say moving forward. If there is a village spot that can't avoid the track under any situation, maybe we'll just get rid of it for those rounds. And you see, I've jumped over the Sulfur Springs under the assumption that Spikeable may perform the best here. Because everybody knows by now how insane Ultra Juggernaut or Dark Paragon is, especially in this spot. But is that the same for something that shoots much slower? Still not flawless, because obviously it's occasionally missing the last balloon around, but overall, still holding the mana shield and full lives. It's gonna be scary for the Rigger rounds especially, or rather the Rigger Rainbows at the end of next round. Oh, not if these ramps have anything to say. Oh man, we might just leak them entirely. Yeah, because it's gonna need 5 shots to break down this ram layer at least. Not sure if like changing targeting can do much, because like there's only so many balls that will hit. And yeah, I think it's the end of the line, no shot. So it's 38 on Sulfur Springs. Is there another map that can pull higher though? Something tells me we may not need super great bounces if we have super great lines, like here on Resort, for example. And this spot here will absolutely get at least 5 shots at this ram's in. Yep, lives are looking way better. So what should I do here? Strong targeting, I guess? Yeah. We gotta prioritize that even over the greens and stuff leaking. And would you look at that? We popped the first one down. Oh crap, we missed the other one. Do I take this if it, like, oh boy. Yeah, it's only yellows, okay. 94 is a good amount minimized. Now, there are regrows on 39 here, so in order to avoid the village, I gave back the range that the Dart Monkey lost with the mod. Okay, I just left it on last, and it seems good. As long as I don't leak 35 extra lives here, we got this. 1 rainbow. Crap. No, we're good, we're good. 9 lives? 7 and 5, okay. Yep, so that's it for the Spike Ball, round 40. Now, at this point, should I just try the Juggernaut at the exact same time? I feel like it would also just die at the same round, because the extra mob damage is, it's 2. 4 damage to Moabs means it's not going to pop, right? On this map, no. So we're jumping back to Sulfur Springs here with a different dart placement, because this spot gets more shots on the Moab. It's just that normally this spot does better for overall late game, but we're obviously not getting to that point now. I also have to employ something really, really stupid. And yes, as you can see, I can place towers anywhere. The reason why I'm doing this is because there is no spot where you can fit a village if you put a Dart Monkey here. And once again, this test here is a simulation of if every tower could pop every balloon. So again, just assume as if the village isn't there at all, and we have a mod that gives every tower popping of every balloon. Anyway, absolutely flawless 39 rounds. How about for round 40? The Juggernaut Ball is re-hit after hitting a wall, and that's why you're seeing the damage spike up like crazy. And holy crap, that was an early AF kill. Now, how much further can it go? Probably a long way. 49 is the first round where something finally got past the first mini circle, but I don't expect mobs to be any issue. Oh, this time I actually did get through, presumably because, I don't know, it wasn't a first, or we weren't targeting the mob by every single shot. That leaves us with not a lot of time here to clutch up this mob here. Oh, and that's a rip, but surely that can't be the end of line already, right? No way, no way. So what I'm gonna do, strong immediately. Who cares about the cerams there? I can't squeeze out any more damage than this. It's gotta do it. And indeed, yeah, that was clean. Very cool game, very cool. 2 mobs now. Oh, the back one has no shot. I think we spent too much time focusing on the first, or rather, it's not spaced enough that this probably does it. I'll do one more try. I don't know what more we could do here, really. Oh, actually, it's gonna work. If I survive it, I'll take it. And that's the last shot. Okay, that's why we micro folks. It makes that much of a difference. It's so over here, though, right? This one's pretty solid. 2 of them popped. But can we get a third one? Nope. Did not pop. Last try here, but nope. It ain't happening. Good run, though. For Ultra Jog, I would have to assume same spot. No danger of dying to anything, I think, before round 80. Biggest threat so far is probably FBFBs, but nope, they pop pretty quickly. Now let's see if there's enough for 4,000 HP. And I think there will be, yeah. Ultra Jog isn't known for its single target, but it sure packs a punch when you give it the opportunity to. Hold up. 85 might be tough here without an additional set of balls. Nope. Okay, we'll survive it, but with 62 lost lives. I think this all but guarantees we die to 87, because it's gonna have the same problem of not having enough radius for the very back end. And trust me, I did do some testing behind the scenes, and putting the jug back here did not lead to better results. But that concludes our first tier 5 and first pure path test. Now to start all over with the weak upgrades again on the middle path. Quick shots. Looks like it holds pretty solidly so far. At this rate, looks like we'll at least squeeze past 21, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna leak too much this round, and 22 is gonna kill us, right? Yeah. Definitely not enough lives for a 22, so that'll be a quick one. Quick one for the 010, but now for a very quick one with the 020. Add another 15% attack speed, and good things happen. I think we at least get to the camo round at this rate, which is good. Yeah, not an overly amazing amount of lives going into 24, but certainly good enough. Free camo for this round, and then get rid of it. I don't think there's any way we survive this, though. With them being regrow yellows, that's already gonna automatically take dozens of lives from us. So GG to the 020. Told you it would be very quick. For the triple shot, now that we're allowed cross-pathing, I think it's gotta be the sharp shots and the razor sharp, because bottom path only gives you range, and, well, camo, but, you know. My rule is camo already comes included, so in that case, I think the extra 3 pierce is massive. That basically doubles the damage potential of the triple shot, as opposed to just a tiny amount of range. Not a tiny amount, actually, but you definitely can't pass up on pierce. I do realize there's just one small inherent flaw with arbitrarily, like, only allowing cross-pathing at tier 3 is that the round discrepancies between tier 2s and 3s are gonna be a lot bigger than normal, like the normal power level between a tier 2 and 3. But again, my rule is I have to draw the line somewhere. I'm also assuming a resort is still fine for a triple shot, as in, because of the amount of pierce it has, it still benefits better for straight lines. Hence, even this spot should remain, because you see just how much of the pierce potential is getting used up. This thing is pretty darn good, isn't it? This will be our first round where we leak lives. And do we even survive? Because those SRAMs are going to take a huge amount of lives off me. Wow. We don't. I think what I gotta do here is then, I gotta manually set it on strong so that we pop the SRAMs first and foremost. So let's see. Still keep it on last for maximized pierce. And yep. 118 should hopefully be a good amount coming into this round here. For which we'll again have to get rid of the grow blocker because that would ruin everything. I think the only way to get out of this round is if I don't let the triple shot hit the Riga Rainbows at all. But even without hitting it, I still think we die. Just look at that. Yep, I have tried everything imaginable, but there's no way to, like, do either of those things. Avoid the rainbows and not leak enough lives. Now, can the fan club ability save us? I would like to think so. So, first off, since I know I need it for 39, we're going to use it early on 38, and then hopefully we get it up at the time we need it. Or do we need it? Because I just remember that the fan club, like, as you see, the base start shoots faster already. Inherent attacks buff. Regardless, I still think we're going to get overwhelmed, especially through the regrow, so I'm going to blast off on it, and hopefully we don't need it for round 40. As you can tell, ability towers are definitely going to be a little bit annoying to test, because it may take me multiple rounds or multiple retries to get the perfect ability time to, like, perfectly beat the round, or beat the round with as little lives less leaked as possible. So this part's actually very tricky, because 46 to 47, there's no cooldown. I need the ability for the start of 47, but unfortunately it doesn't last the whole way. Even with that red balloon stalling for time, we're not gonna get this up before we die, I think. Or actually, hang on. So it may be longer than we thought. We do clutch up with only 5 lives lost. This round may be over though, no matter what I try. I feel like even with the ability, we're probably gonna get overwhelmed to the sheer amount of ceramics. And if not the ceramics, then the regrows definitely kill us from the rainbows. I don't know if there's any way for one ability to get both waves. The only solution would be to use it, like, last minute. This is as late as I could do it. Trust me. Yeah, it just doesn't work if we use these, like, the ability late, because we get overwhelmed to ceramics on the last lane. One last try here. But nope, I don't think any possible mic could get you out of this round with only a fan club. Well, I can guarantee you a late fan club will get me out of this round, simply because Plasma has incredible pierce when it's active. Now imagine there's 20 of them in a real setup. Now how do I juggle the ability here so it's up for that mob on the other side? Because with its limited range, I don't think it's gonna wear out, see? That's the one problem with the fan club on Resort, at least in this placement here. Let's leak as much as possible here then, come on. Keep on leaking now. That was late. Now please be up. Just long enough, thank you. And now we're probably dead here. Nope, another last minute clutch. I think this round's over though. I had to use the fan club ability for 53, and it's nowhere close to up 54, and the triple shot cannot hold the fort down for long enough. Now, I question whether a single range increase will actually make this Dart Monkey perform better than a 000, but I'd have to believe it saves me maybe like a couple lives per round. Which, who knows, maybe enough to actually turn the tides and give us one extra round in the end. Let's see. I think I'm actually up like 30 lives compared to 000, but I don't think that's enough, like, wiggle room to beat 21. Yeah, pretty clean around 20. This is going to be a nightmare. Yeah, that's like 30 plus lives off. I can do one more attempt. But yeah, it's all for naught. Not even close for 21, so we could not break another round, sadly. Maybe 2 range upgrades? Nope, it doesn't seem like either. Same amount of lives, and same amount of DPS. One extra shot 0.1 second earlier would not be enough here either. Now, this is going to be an interesting take for the crossbow. I'm personally going to test a 203 on Resort. Once again, reason being, Razor Sharp doubles the amount of pierce. And as much as you like attack speed, the 2 attack speed crossbows only give you 30% approximately, so just do the math on the max potential. I think we'll probably struggle because of the lack of pierce to, like, dense rounds with the crossbow. Now, there is an issue once you get to, like, rainbow territory. Those are not good. Turns out into pinks, then turns into blues. 3 shots to kill. Zebras are almost just as bad. See, even if I didn't get pierce here, it'd be so much worse. Trust me. Is round 36 really gonna be the end for at least this spot? I think so. Okay, or not. Definitely this round though, yep. RIP. Before I give up though, hear me out on this start spot instead. This is where a lot of people place their, like, dartlings. And believe me, it might just work for the crossbow. It's only bad for, like, the very last lane. But overall, it's better, trust. Enough to give us, like, a little more wiggle room for 37, although, again, IDK if that's enough. 25, 15, so close, but nah, no cigar. So moving forward, I'm assuming this will be the best spot for the Sharpshooter and the Crossmaster as well. With Sharpshooter doing double damage crossbow, should now be less prone to getting pierce capped. As you see here by all the nice layer skipping that's being done here. Let's see, will another tower fall down to the infamous round 49? I think we need crits to be landed on the Cerams. Otherwise, we leak a lot of stuff like that. Uh-oh. Yeah, now I gotta leave on it first for this regular's leaking. But this is, of course, bad news for other Riga Rainbows that ever happen. Yeah. See, I think it's possible to get out of this round for sure, though. I think it's gotta be a last angle into strong, and then keep it on strong for pretty much the entire way until, again, it leaks up here and then back in first, but no. I'm getting most success putting on strong very early, but that's still gonna be enough. Back in first here, yeah, I don't know, man. Even if I survive all the Black Bloons here, there's not enough Pierce for the Rainbows remaining. Yep, that's gonna be game, I think. I have to avoid every single Riga Rainbow, which is not possible. Now, while I'm already here, I'm gonna keep the Crossmaster Crosspath, although this is a bit of an interesting one, because now the base crossbow has maybe enough Pierce that 025, the attack speed, would be worth considering over Pierce, but I feel like solo, no buffs. It's triple the Pierce, by the way, 8 to 24. Ninja Kiwi keeps making reasons to make crosspathing this thing useful, and might work for this test here. Yeah, it is looking hella clean right now. 80 rounds plus. I do remember I tested this tower before, and I got to round 95, so anything less than that would be a disappointment. Although, again, I'm telling you, this is where maybe the attack speed would come more in handy, because it's taking a long time to break down the ZMGs, and we don't have enough in this spot. Like, believe it or not. How about on strong, then? Although this would pop a lot of things down at once. Nothing I can do, though. And come on, straight line, nope. Now that I recall, though, I think I remember having to micro the Crossmaster, like Barricel hit to beat certain rounds in the 80s, so maybe 95 actually would have been possible after all. And it looks like attack speed, it's actually still holding off group density just fine. Yeah, hang on, what's this? It's cleared out the rounds easily so far. But will it get Pierce Capped here? Yes, it will. Now it's a good time to mention my solo test was actually, for the Dart Monkey, was actually done on logs, which, despite the lack of straight lines, might do better just for the sheer fact that we're not popping everything down at once. So ignore maximizing DPS per second. Watch here. One ZMG down at a time makes it so much easier to handle. And with that, easy clear in 87, while also having been able to beat the, rounds preceding that. Crossmaster actually beats 92. I just have to change charting at the right time to survive the Fortify. It's nice. And yup, the 025 has actually done it. Soloed everything up to round 95 on logs. No point even looking at this round. But I will show you how terribly it dies, just as a reference point. And lastly, we can't forget about the Paragon. Now, I'm just gonna be testing two different sets of degrees, 1 and 100. Keep it very simple. And we'll, of course, use the OG Sulfur Swing spot for the highest round. The reason why this is actually better than, Spikeable Juggernaut over here is because there's enough range now to actually see the entrance. So this spot obviously attacks way more often than over there, thanks to the extra range that it gets. This you may have already seen before, as I tested it when this map came out. But yes, degree 1 can get all the way up to 140. Can it be 140 is the ultimate question? Oh, it's gonna be really close here. Got DDTs, and thankfully this bad exists. Otherwise, we actually wouldn't beat the round. That's crazy. One of the few times we're adding Bloons to a round actually makes it easier. I think this probably kills us here, right? Yep. Out of time to hit the ZMGs. It just hit one more time around the loop, but not enough to kill it. That round just about tracks compared to last time, and now I just have a mod here to instantly get me to D100. God, this will never not be satisfying to look at. Crap, we actually might get closer to 200 than I thought. It really depends on the seeding that this account is giving me. If it's 2 space pads, again, it's easier than a single one. You're definitely not getting out around 200 though, so that is the end. And that officially ends our test of every single Dart upgrade. Here's a little chart I made for how far every upgrade I got to, if you want it all in one place. Thanks for making it to the end, and yes, I certainly would like to try this on every other tower as well. So if you're curious to know the test on those towers too, then let me know how badly you want it. And perhaps we'll go through each tower one by one.